Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to another episode of Barbershop Talk Radio. I'm your host, Young Slim.
And I'm Kim.
Today is Monday,
the 11th. January 11th.
2021. Monday the 11th. It's about to be the 12th. It's 11:30, so it's kind of late. So it's basically the 12th.
Yeah.
2021.
Well, we had a couple things we had to talk about, so we had to get on here. In case anybody didn't hear, Doug Pederson got fired from the Eagles. They fired Dougie P. How you feel about that?
Doug Pederson has been fired from the Philadelphia Eagles. I repeat, Doug Pederson has been fired from the Philadelphia Eagles. It's
a lot of people would applaud that.
Not me.
No?
No.
You don't agree with it?
No. I think it's a mistake.
Why?
I think it basically boiled down to...
I think they're blaming him for Carson's inability to play.
I think it's basically like the owner and Howie Roseman basically boiled it down to like... Hold on. It's either him or me, and it feels like they just picked they feel like they picked the quarterback.
Well, they have no choice but to pick the quarterback because they're kind of stuck with him. I mean,
yeah, they are.
They unless they can find somebody who's going to take his contract. Which, after the way he played last year, what are the chances of that happening?
Ain't nobody gonna take that contract.
No. So they're kind of stuck with him. The man refuses to. So, what do you do? But was it? That just proved, though, with putting Jalen Hurts in, that it wasn't the play calling. Right?
It was situational football. There was times where it was the play calling and just poor execution on Carson Wentz's play.
And some people will say like that he called easier.
So it was play
plays.
calling. What I got from the whole thing was Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson just couldn't coexist.
Yeah, they didn't get along. But does the head coach usually call the plays?
No.
Right.
That's usually the offensive coordinator.
Right.
But sometimes the head coach, if he wants, sometimes the head coach calls the defense. Sometimes the head coach the head coach can call offense and defense if he wanted to. I mean, seriously, it's his team.
I think that's where they made their mistake, was having him call the plays and coach the offense too.
Well, calling the plays is coaching the offense.
I know, but he kind of...
You can't coach the whole team
Yeah.
and call the plays. Andy Reid had to give up those duties. I understand sometimes it's fun, you like it, it's your passion.
But it just wasn't working.
But it's tough to be the head coach and
if that's the case, if he likes
the
doing
offensive
that,
coordinator,
then he should just be the offensive coordinator then.
That's what he should probably be, not a head coach. Yeah. And basically what it seems like, I would have never fired him. He missed the playoffs twice, his first year and this year. His second year, he won a Super Bowl. His third year, he made it to the playoffs, won a playoff game, was a drop away from winning another playoff game. Next year, he made the playoffs, I think again. No, wait. Yeah, made the playoffs. And that's when Carson got his head knocked off. And then this year. So, he made the playoffs 3 out of 5 years.
So he's been coaching 5 years. And he won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. And a Super Bowl.
So.
And he has a statue out front. And you can this man?
So, but what did you say yesterday? You said that, was it somebody at the barbershop told you that they think he's going to get fired because Doug knew that Carson couldn't play. And he's the one that pushed for them to re-sign him in that.
Or something like that. It was basically Howie and decision. And they were saying that he wanted them to draft Jalen Hurts. He demanded that they drafted Jalen Hurts. But it was basically like this. Like, yo, this guy can't play.
They knew Carson wasn't going to make it.
Because Doug knew Carson wasn't going to make it. He knew that he couldn't win with him.
But he didn't tell nobody that Carson.
No,
was
he did. He just didn't.
In the bed.
He didn't push back enough. Like, yo, man, we can't. I can't win with this guy. So basically, what I feel like they did today was they chose Carson Wentz over Doug Pederson because they believe that. Because I heard how
get rid of Carson too.
I heard them. Yeah, they should. I heard. Tony, you're on, bro. I heard Jeffrey Lurie saying stupid shit like, sometimes quarterbacks have down years and stuff like that. Like, no, this was not a down year. This was an abomination.
Man, this is his worst year ever.
No, this was the worst year I've ever seen out of any quarterback in the NFL. I mean, what you think, bro?
How you feel about Doug Pederson getting fired?
He likes it.
Yeah?
I like the move.
God.
I like it.
Well, of course.
Why? You think it was Dougie P's fault?
Well, it's the coaching. Yeah, it's the coaching. It was part of the problem why we lost.
Oh, God,
I mean,
bro.
If you go back,
go ahead, keep going. Go ahead.
If you go back and analyze each and every game we played, you will question the coaching. On top of the quarterback play, you will question
the quarterback
the
play was way worse than the coaching. Okay, way worse.
All right. So if the quarterback play was the worst, then why didn't the coach make the change? It falls on the coach.
I agree.
If my quarterback is playing like shit,
top, bro. Like they're like, yo, this guy's making way too much money. We can't put him on the bench.
No, that is a scapegoat fire. Scapegoat fire, dog. You can't sit here and tell me, oh, okay, Wentz play like shit, but he gets to stay. There's no way they keep him Wentz. They're telling you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they want.
Okay. So you think they're shit canning wins?
I agree. I think they are.
Yes.
Tell me that.
Yes.
Do you think they should shit can Wentz? Do you think that Wentz should be removed from the team? Yes.
Wentz shit canned us each and every week. Every week he went out and performed. Post game, he went on the front of the media and said that it starts with him. He has to play better and all this other bullshit. He said that fucking 13 times. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as to get it right, because Tone was a Carson fan, so now he's saying that Carson.
He finally sees it.
Yeah.
He finally sees it. He finally sees what I've seen for years. I'm applauding you, Tone.
I'm in love. I'm in love with the Philadelphia Eagles. So I gotta applaud this firing, dog, because we needed a change. Our offense was too vanilla, dog. Like,
we were the 31st offense in the league, bro. That's what he said.
32 teams?
Out of 32 teams, we were the 31st offense in the league.
Yeah.
Don't you think they need an offensive coordinator?
I think they need. I think they need a quarterback. Listen, don't be shocked, and I'm gonna say this, and it might sound crazy. Do not be shocked if there's an opportunity to get a franchise quarterback in this year's draft. Don't be shocked if they draft a quarterback. I know it sounds crazy.
I said the same thing. I think they might get Fields.
They haven't had any luck drafting quarterbacks.
Well, we had successful wins. Don't act like we haven't.
A good year.
A good year that resulted in a Super Bowl. A ring.
True.
The first and only.
But that wasn't on him, though. Yeah, he had a good season.
No, he helped us get there.
Yeah, he did.
He helped us get there, but
he had a good season, yes. But
Kim.
Yes.
Kim, just like you just pointed out, the Eagles' offense was 31st in the league, right?
I just said that.
What did?
But go ahead.
All right. What did the Eagles do prior to last season? They fired the offensive coordinator. They put everything on Doug. They knew coming in this was a make it or break it year for Doug Pederson, dog. When they looked at the statistics and they see how bad the offense is, you gotta blame the coach too, dog. You gotta blame the coach.
Yes, I agree. The coach takes.
Yes,
the coach has to take some blame. But the main thing is that the quarterback was so bad. He was so bad, bro.
The offense was bad with Jalen, but it wasn't as bad. It was still bad. Don't get me wrong, but
it was still bad.
A lot of things, but it wasn't quite as bad.
It was god awful under Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
God awful.
This kid was put points on the board.
So lost. He was just so lost.
It's like every year, like it's a different. Like last year, where our main knock was on the receivers and the drops and all that. Like the receivers played mediocre this year. Like it wasn't really that bad, but the quarterback play was awful and the offensive line play was awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
The defense, the defense struggled too.
The
defense couldn't get there.
Yep.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as we couldn't get off we weren't giving up 3rd and 18s this year. We weren't giving up 3rd and 20s like we were last year and the year before that. Like,
but Dick Schwartz had to go.
Yeah,
he had to go.
So you guys think they're going to hire a new head coach and an offensive coordinator, or you think they're going to do the same thing? Bring in a head coach that's going to run the offense too, or you think they learn from their mistake?
Well, I think it's two ways they could go. They could either, which I hope they don't, but they could either hire a college coach, maybe that guy from Oklahoma. He can bring all his guys.
About college, bro? Why keep talking about college?
That didn't work with Chip Kelly.
I don't want another Chip Kelly.
No, we're not gonna get any of these. What do you want, Jim Caldwell? Who else is out there? Fucking dog.
I'll take a coordinator from it. I'll take a coordinator. I'll take a coordinator from a solid team.
Listen, let me just put down the two examples. They either want to get a college coach, you know what I mean, because they got to rejuvenate the offense, dog. I mean, they don't have an identity. Or they
run the ball.
They can stay in-house. Yeah, they can run the ball, stay in-house, and go with Deuce.
Okay. I mean, I have no issue with Deuce.
I've heard you both.
But if they go with Deuce, here's my thing, though, with Deuce. If they go with Deuce, I think they're going to stick with Carson Wentz.
God, no.
Because Deuce is not a quarterback guru. You know what I'm saying? But he can run.
Then we can't go with
the
Deuce.
Team.
We can't go with Deuce.
Yeah, we can.
We
got a quarterback problem.
Yeah, we clearly have a quarterback problem. And I don't know if Jalen Hurts or the other kid, or I know Carson Wentz isn't the answer. I don't know if Jalen Hurts isn't the answer.
Right.
But
I mean, we got to give him time.
Sure.
We didn't see enough of him to be able to say that he is or isn't.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts might get traded. Jalen Hurts might get traded. Well, here's the thing. The guy from Oklahoma coached Hurts, but the quarterback. Huh?
Just saying, why do you think these college coaches are going to come to these quarterbacks that they had in college and have the same success?
Dog,
like everyone's like, Chip Kelly needs Mariota. No, he didn't.
Listen.
Coaching the NFL.
The league is evolving, man. Like it's.
And he was getting fucking racist and shit. Like I've never heard any other coach ever be accused of being racist, but Chip Kelly.
Yo, pretty soon the punter is going to be a threat. Like when your kids have kids, you're gonna have to worry. They probably have to worry about the punter running or so, man. Like the game is changing, man. Like you gotta have these different minds, like these college coaches, into the NFL so they can introduce, what they've been teaching, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you got to introduce these college coaches.
I mean, I understand, but I don't want a college coach. I just don't.
Does the coaches come out of the salary cap too, or no? It's just players?
No, just the players.
Okay.
Just the players.
Just the player, yeah.
Yeah, just the players.
Okay.
Just the players. I would like to see the Chiefs guy, enemy. I would actually give Anthony Lynn, the coach from the Chargers, another shot. Why not?
I don't want no more Andy Reid guys. I just want to go. I just want they
Somebody new.
hire. Yeah, they hire too close to the ground, and that's why we are the way we are. You know, that's why Doug Pederson's offense never took off. You know what I'm saying? Our offense was good for 1 year. 1 fucking year. 1 year.
Why? What did we lead the league in? What did we lead the league in that year?
Russians.
Exactly.
But Doug wants to get cute with Carson and roll him out and do all this other
Get his
stuff
brains
in the
beat out.
pocket.
Carson Wentz is not smart enough or good enough to do any of that shit. He's not.
It don't matter because Carson Wentz ain't gonna be here next year. I'm telling you.
Bro, I hope you're right, yo.
I don't think so either.
I hope you're right.
But like you said, if they do draft the quarterback, then I do think they are going to get rid of Jalen Hurts. If they draft one, I think if they draft one, I think they're going to get rid of him.
He's not going to start.
I don't
anywhere
know.
Else.
You think they're going to put the time behind him to develop him?
No, but if you draft a quarterback, that means that
you need to
Jalen Hurts
him.
might be the starting quarterback. Carson Wentz is out the door.
Yeah.
And then you just develop Jalen Hurts and a rookie.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
would you do this?
Would you do this? Would you package your first round picks, a bunch of your first round picks, and Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts for Deshaun Watson?
No.
Why not? You need a quarterback.
Because Jalen Hurts
had an MVP.
Because Jalen Hurts could be Deshaun Watson.
Huh?
He could be. I said because Jalen Hurts could be Deshaun Watson.
All right, so give up Wentz and 3 first-round picks.
Okay.
Deshaun.
Stop it, bro. Stop it. You acting like this guy's a franchise player. Come on. He's not worth that. He's not.
I'm just saying. He played on a sorry Texans team, and he was like,
okay, the Eagles, they won the games than us. How are they sorry? How are they sorry?
He could have had an MVP. What?
They
the
scored
Texans
points.
Is sorry, dog.
The Texans D is sorry.
It don't matter.
The Texans offense is still scoring points. They still got the same amount of points.
And they lost the game.
Yeah, the same amount of wins as the Eagles. So how's he an upgrade? Why would you take a quarterback from a four-win team and give up a bunch of draft picks for him? What are you talking about?
You know what?
Shut his mic off.
It's staying online that Dougie P might to Jets.
Oh, God. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, he said he might to the Jets.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
After his meeting in Florida with Jeff Lurie, he interviewed for the position of the Jets head coach, but he's not sure
that fast?
What he's doing.
Fast.
Yeah.
That's cold.
That's what it says on here. They were doing interviews in Florida, and they interviewed the Bills' offensive coach.
But anybody want to coach the Jets?
Coach. I mean, you're taking a losing team and trying to make them better. The Jets are horrible.
The Jets are a notorious losing team.
So if you make them a little bit better, then you look really good.
Well, I'm surprised that the Eagles fired him. I mean, I don't think he deserved to be fired. I really don't.
You're crazy, dog. How you don't think he deserved to get fired?
How does he deserve to be fired, but not Howie Roseman? How? How does he deserve to be fired, but not Howie Roseman?
Listen.
You're basically just trying to give
Doug's the coach.
Doug
I'm talking.
And say that the reason that these picks suck is because the coaching, they haven't been coached up. In reality, they just suck because they're not good players.
Doug's trying to blame everything on COVID, man.
You know, and it says that they wanted Jeffrey Lurie to give Peterson a chance. He wanted to keep it. That just says on here. But he had multiple meetings with them, and he didn't like Doug Pederson's vision of the future and how he was going to fix the issues. He didn't think he had a good enough plan to fix the issues that were on the team.
You know what that vision of it was? I promise you. He said, let's get rid of Carson Wentz. I guarantee you.
But one thing you're saying that Doug wanted to get rid of Carson, and
I'm saying Doug wanted to get rid of Carson Wentz, and Jeffrey Lurie wanted to hear, let's fix Carson Wentz. That's what I think. That's what I think.
We're paying him too much. Like, we got to get him.
Because it's erratic that he just get rid of Doug Pederson.
Yeah.
I feel like
you got it wrong.
I feel like he wants to keep. I feel like the owner, Jeffrey Lurie, wants to keep Carson Wentz and fix Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
And Doug's like, it's no fixing him. Let's move on. Let's start jailing, and let's just release Carson Wentz. I promise you that's what it probably is.
It says right here, Lurie said the decision to move on from Pederson was not specific to Wentz or one position.
Yes, it was.
Focusing instead on the regression of the offense overall and
the regression of Carson Wentz
in a season during which the NFL set a record for points scored.
It's all about Carson Wentz. He chose Carson Wentz over Doug Pederson.
Oh, he said Lurie did not commit to Wentz returning next season, but suggested the new coaching staff would work with the quarterback to get him back on track.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. It was all about Carson Wentz. Doug doesn't think he can win with him. Doug doesn't want him.
And not just that, like, they're paying this man, what is it, like $30 million? He refuses to be a backup, so they have no choice. Like, nobody's going to take him. They can't trade him to anybody. So they have no choice but to try to bring in somebody else and work with him.
It's either him or me, and there's no way that the Eagles could have traded him.
Nobody's going to take that.
Nobody wants Carson Wentz.
Not after the season he just had. No
and
way.
the fact that, bro, there's no other reason to fire Doug Pederson except for the fact that he just can't win with Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Like, those two just can't work together.
Tell me I'm wrong, Tone. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. You're
I'm wrong. You tell me what happened then. Why Doug get fired?
Doug was awful. Doug was awful.
Doug
man.
was awful. Yes. Carson was worse than awful.
All right. Well, you start with the head first. That's what you do. You don't.
Oh, yeah,
you
know
start
what?
with the head.
It sounds here that they are going to stick with Carson.
Of course.
They said he had a good fifth season, wasn't so good.
No.
But
I heard him say it.
Yeah, but that's probably for multiple reasons.
That's why Doug got fired, is because he wants to move on without Carson Wentz. And they're like, we can't. And then he's just like, I can't. And that's basically where they're probably done at. Like, I can't win with him.
Yep. It says, I think I look at it as we have an athlete with talent. He's a great guy. He wants nothing but to win big and win Lombardi trophies for Philadelphia. This guy's fearless. He has his heart in the right place. He's really dedicated off season, on season. That he's talking about Carson. Yeah, they're bringing Carson back.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah, yep. He said with a new team and a new coaching staff to see if they can get him back on track. Yep.
Man, that's a smoke signal they want you to believe, man. They traded that man. They don't even have a head coach yet. How can they tell you they're bringing Carson Wentz back? What if the head coach comes in and says, I'm not coaching the team unless I can pick my guy? It's going to be hard to find a coach. It's going to be hard to find a coach to sit here that's going to deal with all these stipulations that Doug had to deal with, dog.
I know. You're right.
Seriously.
All right. So you understand.
Yeah.
Why Doug's like, fuck it then. I don't want this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Find somebody to win with him.
Jeffrey Lurie's like, he had a bad year. Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, they had bad years in their fifth year too.
Yep.
It's okay, we'll bring them a whole new team and a whole new coaching staff. And then,
excuses for him.
Yep.
Still making excuses for the scrub, bro.
Exactly. But that's not going to work out. They're going to panic and wind up. Watch by March 1st. They're going to wind up trying to trade him. The ball's in their court, dog.
This is Jeffrey Lurie said. It was a poor season, and we also had a poor season from Carson in terms of what he's been able to show in the past. Very fixable, and I fully expect him to realize his potential.
No.
I think.
we picked number 6.
Carson Wentz is a full brat.
Nah, bro. I don't see how anybody fixes Carson Wentz. Nobody.
We picked number 6. So I can see them flipping Carson Wentz and one of those picks right there. All those teams need a quarterback. You can even pick Carson Wentz on the Falcons because Matt Ryan's on his way out. The Falcons pick ahead of us. The Bengals the Bengals are going to take a quarterback. So that's the only team. Shit, the Miami Dolphins might take Carson Wentz.
Right.
They're not really convinced. They're not convinced with the new kid.
Get the hell out of here, Stone.
It says Doug Pederson was pushing for the passing game coordinator, quarterback coach Press Taylor to be elevated instead of bringing in somebody new. And Jeffrey Lurie said no. It's not going to work. He didn't want to move the guy, Press Taylor, up to offensive coordinator.
Wow.
He said he didn't like his plan for the offense.
All right, I get it.
That's what he's blaming it on.
Wentz to the Redskins.
The Colts. Everyone says the Colts. Wentz is going to go to the Colts. Like, mad people said the Colts.
Wentz got mad landing spots. There's no way he doesn't get traded.
Phil Rivers is going to end up retiring, and then Wentz is going to end up going to the Colts.
Wow.
It's not that many. It's not that many quarterbacks. But being as though that the draft you got only a couple top quarterbacks, but after that it's not going to be that many pro-ready quarterbacks that can start day one like Wentz can. And you got to figure, you got injuries too. You don't know who the fuck's going to get hurt. It's week 1, you know what I mean, of the beginning of the new season. So Wentz could get traded then. Like they're not gonna tell you what they're gonna fucking do. They're gonna do it. You know how the Eagles operate.
Yeah.
No,
you know how
the
they
Eagles
operate, dog.
You think they get rid of Zach Ertz?
Yeah, Ertz is going.
Yeah, Ertz is done.
He costs too much.
He's done.
He costs too much.
He's not. And plus he's lost his step. He's not as good as he thinks he is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
with a fresh new start.
Yeah, he's no what you call it, Brent Selleck, okay?
Hell no, he ain't no Brent Selleck, yo.
He ain't no Brent Selleck. All right.
It says right here. Lurie said Monday he expects Eagles assistant head coach, running back coach Deuce Staley to be among the candidates to replace Doug Pederson. Calling him a great representative of the Eagles who knows our values. That's what they're going to do. They're going to move Deuce Staley up as head coach.
Nah.
They can either hire Deuce, or use him as a front because they don't want to interview. They got to interview a black. You got to interview like at least one black coach. You know what I'm saying? And that's the rule for coaching jobs and shit. Like before you hire a coach, you got to interview at least one black coach. You know what I mean? You don't have to hire him, but you at least got to interview him. And they said something about that. They said the Eagles haven't had a black coach since Ray Rhodes.
Damn.
Jeffrey Lurie hired Ray Rhodes.
Yeah, he did. Back in the day, like 96, 95?
95, 96 season. He gave him the keys to the vet. To the vet.
I remember that. Playoff game.
So, I mean, don't rule it out because they haven't did it. They haven't had a black head coach since then.
Yeah.
They only had a black coordinator, which was that dude Todd Bowles. But
they didn't even give him a chance.
Nope, they didn't give Todd Bowles a chance.
Or McDermott.
Or McDermott.
Right. So let's get into some playoff picks.
All right.
So we got Kansas City it's Green Bay versus
Okay, write it down.
The game.
We got Green Bay. We got Green Bay versus the Rams, I believe, and then it's Tampa Bay versus the Saints.
Ooh.
And then we got Buffalo versus the Ravens. Buffalo versus the Ravens and Kansas City versus the Browns.
Ooh.
All right. I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Of course you are.
I don't believe in the what is it, the Rams or Chargers? Like I wouldn't even have picked them to win this week, and they wouldn't have if they didn't bring in Jared Goff.
Yeah, funny how things work like that.
All right, so you got the Chargers or Green Bay?
It's not the Chargers.
Or the Rams or Green Bay? I keep calling them the Chargers.
They're both LA. So Tony, you go first.
All right, I like Green Bay.
All right, hold up, stop there. Hold up, stop there.
I got Green Bay too.
Yeah, I'm going with Green Bay.
Okay, then we got Tampa Bay and the Saints.
I'm going. Damn, I think
I'm going with the Saints. I didn't think they were even going to win this week, but I just don't want Tom Brady to win again. I don't care if he's on another team.
Give me Tampa Bay. I'm going with Tampa Bay.
With Kim, Saints.
The Saints have already won multiple times. They beat them multiple times.
Then we got Kansas City and the Browns, right?
Yeah.
I got Kansas City.
So who you got?
Kansas City by a long shot.
Why is everybody sleeping on the Browns, man?
Yeah,
the Browns
I
can
was
win.
shocked. I mean, they played a pretty good game. The Steelers didn't play very good, but the Browns played better. They just had a better offense and better defense.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say, give me the Browns. I'm going out on a limb.
Baker Mayfield's not that good. I don't know why everybody keeps
I know.
guy up.
I know. I'm just going out on a limb. I don't want to look at everybody else. I'm trying to make it interesting.
Then we got the Bills and
the Bills and the Ravens.
I'm picking Buffalo. I own Buffalo. I like to see Buffalo win. Go.
Give me Baltimore. Give me the Ravens. Lamar. Look.
I don't know. He is that whole team.
Who you got, Tone?
I think Buffalo's gonna win.
Yeah, I don't have faith in.
What are you doing?
I don't have faith in the Ravens.
Buffalo got
Lamar
a D,
Jackson.
man. Buffalo got a D.
Not really.
Lamar Jackson is
They
that
can't
whole
stop
team.
the run for shit. All right. Cool. So Kim's got Green Bay, Saints, Kansas City, and the Bills. I got Green Bay, Tampa, Browns, and Ravens. Tone's got Green Bay, Saints, Kansas City, and Buffalo. I'm just being different.
You always do.
I think Kansas City's gonna win, but
you always end up taking different.
And I think the Bills are probably gonna win, but I want the Ravens to win.
Just go with what you think.
Nah, I'm going with the Ravens.
Who you like? Who you liking?
Did you want to bring up Donald Trump?
Yeah, we get What'd you say, Tone?
Bring up with Donald Trump?
Oh yeah. What'd you say, Tone? And then we'll get into the Trump shit.
Well, I ain't saying anything.
Mm-mm. All right, Tone. Now let's get back into this Trump riot squad.
Did you say he attacked America or something like that? Is that what you said? Like he attacked America, basically.
He attacked his own country, bro.
Yeah.
He attacked his own country. There has to be a penalty for that. What say you, Tone?
He has to get indicted for multiple criminal offenses, dog. I don't want to hear that. Like,
I agree. Like, that's just
next week he should be indicted.
But I don't think he's going to leave the White House quietly. I think that was just the beginning of what's to come. Whether it's a race war, whether it's a Trump against the Democrats war, but there is something coming, definitely. I feel like that was just a taste of it.
From what I was hearing is that these people had classic zip ties, a noose, and they were looking, and not to mention somebody killed a cop in there.
Yeah.
So and they were looking for.
And they got pictures of everybody that was in there. It's all over the internet.
They were looking for Pence. They were looking to hurt Pence.
Yeah.
They were calling him a traitor, and they were looking for Nancy Pelosi. Like what? And Donald Trump incited this mob.
Yeah.
You have to.
He said it was all Pence's fault that he was on.
If somebody did this in prison, you would get extra 5 years on your sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Am I right? Starting a riot.
Right.
Starting a riot in prison gives you 5 years.
Yeah, this is a building. Right?
He had people with a federal fucking building.
They destroyed government property, like.
And people died. People died. Huh? People died. We can't be it can't be unanswered.
He got paid price.
Okay, so I'm saying that he's fighting so hard to stay in office because he's facing jail time. When he leaves, I didn't know what they were talking about. It says here, once the president leaves the office on January 20th, he will be vulnerable to a dozen legal investigations and civil suits involving his business practices as well as his taxes. He's under investigation for insurance fraud, criminal tax evasion, grand larceny, and scheme to defraud. Yeah, and a scheme to defraud.
Listen,
bribery.
People would riot if they put him in jail.
Yeah, they
would. If they charged him, just embarrassed him, they would do it. But Joe Biden would pardon him for no matter what. That's what happened. That's why Carter or whoever got indicted, whoever got impeached and removed from office, was pardoned by the next president. Reagan pardoned him.
No, yeah.
Because that's how it works. Like, Donald Trump will never go to jail.
But it says not only does Trump face a number of legal bills, he also owes billions of dollars in income taxes, real estate debts, and other loans. It also says a presidency that's keeping him from prison and the poorhouse.
Wow. Maybe that's why he wants to win so bad.
Yeah.
Come there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
You didn't really get into what we thought about the whole thing about them storming the Capitol. You never really said anything.
I think there's too many people on that day. Like,
I really want to hear how you really feel. Last time you was on.
Yeah, my phone got cut off.
I figured there's too many people on. There's a lot of people. And like, tell them they want to get into
plus I couldn't even get off a word. I mean, Mike was on.
Yeah.
And then the lady was talking.
Over, yeah.
Yeah, she was snapping.
She was getting off.
Tell me, how do you feel about it?
But I feel the same way. I feel the same way as everybody else. Feels, man. It's bullshit, dog. Like, listen. I don't care about the Capitol House or any of that shit, but I do care about double standards, dog.
Yes.
Like, if we can't do that shit, why can they do that shit? First and foremost, they have police officers fucking letting these people in the Capitol House, dog. Like, that shit would have never happened if we was even fucking so close to that shit, we would have got shot, dog.
Yeah, they would have called in Army, Navy,
National
Guard, Air Force. Like, they would have had everybody.
These people were taking over, dog. They were taking over. Pushing
now,
these fucking officers.
Why do you think that was allowed to happen? Why was that allowed to happen? In this time, this day and age, why was that allowed to happen?
Because of white privilege, dog. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
The Mexicans do that shit. It don't even have to be black. Let a fucking gang of Mexicans go do that shit, or a gang of fucking Chinese people, or anybody. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. I totally agree.
It's not
I
gonna
totally
happen.
agree. I'm white, and I say that was white privilege. But you'll have a lot of white people out there to get mad when you're like, that was not white privilege. There is no such thing as white privilege. There is. There definitely is.
What do you want to call it? I mean,
It definitely is a thing as white privilege. I know.
there definitely was double standards.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
now,
not how the Black Lives Matter protests were being met. Peaceful protests at that. These people should have been shot in the face with tear gas and rubber bullets, just like the Black
some
Lives
of them
Matter
should have been
protests.
shot with regular bullets.
I mean, this was a federal building, like a federal fucking building.
A
like,
national monument.
on the day that they're counting the electoral votes.
A national monument with Congress in session.
Yeah.
They attacked.
Yeah.
You serious?
Because they felt as though they could do that because their leader, Trump, coerced them, put that battery in their back to go over there and do that shit.
It's crazy. Like, I was looking on Facebook yesterday, and you should see some of these people are like, wait till Biden takes over. In 6 months, this country's going to be destroyed. And everyone's like, it can't be any worse than Trump did. And people are like, Trump was great. Trump did great for America. Like, some people really believe that the election was fraud and this man, like, was defrauded. They believe every word that he says.
Yeah, but those people are the only people. You know what they believe? They think, okay, Trump did a good job with the economy. He gave them a tax break. Biden, they're like fearing. They're like living in anxiety. They're fearing, what the fuck's gonna happen when Biden comes in.
Yeah, that Biden's gonna come in and raise the taxes and on the poor people.
And whatever happens, I mean, he has to do what he has to do to start, because this is the year that this is how Trump left it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and let's not get it fucked up.
It is.
All presidents raise taxes. They do, one way or another.
Right.
It just depends on who it affects. But they all raise taxes when they get into office.
But how can white people be so upset over an old white man leaving office and another old white man taking office? I don't get it.
They have different views. That's what it is. Donald Trump, he signifies the racist white man. Like you said, majority of the way Americans feel in this country. He represents that to them. He represents the America that they think it should be. Whereas Joe Biden doesn't. He's got a black vice president and
the vice president to a black president.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden's just doing that to
bring in the black vote.
To be,
to draw the black
vote.
Yeah.
I'm cool. No, but you're not. He's not.
To draw the black vote.
He ain't shit. Joe Biden ain't shit either.
No, none of them are. None of the politicians are.
But he's not a radical like Donald Trump. Donald Trump's a fucking radical. He's nuts.
That was warfare that they did.
He attacked his own country.
Yeah, he sent these people out there to stage a coup. To stage a coup on the day that they're counting votes and the day that they're officially supposed to elect Joe Biden as president. He sends these motherfuckers up there to attack the Capitol building with guns and what did they have?
A noose?
Yeah, and bombs.
Bombs?
Fucking fire, fucking bonfire equipment.
Yeah. I mean, how do you get away with that?
Let us go attack the DMV. I guarantee we're met with fucking hundreds of cops from every town all around. But you can go attack a Capitol building.
Exactly.
What? If we go in Wawa and raise our voice too loud, they'll be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's true. Every surrounding town.
Go to a super Wawa and start disconnecting them pumps and shit and start acting stupid and shit.
That's true.
Stupid be over there in a minute.
I was watching this thing. I'm like, they said they dispatched the National Guard. An hour later, I'm like, the National Guard still ain't there? It's taking the National Guard an awful long time to get there. Like, it can't be that far.
Trump told him to stand down.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. He told him not to go.
Stand down. But remember, you said it during the debate, like, yes, Stay ready. Be ready. Like all that subliminal shit he was saying.
Yep. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
be ready and shit.
his subliminal messages in his when people were calling on him to call off the people that were attacking the Capitol building. When he's like, he'll get hit. You know how bad people get there. I'm like, that was a subliminal message. Who is he talking about? Was he going to have them try to assassinate Joe Biden or something? Like that was
people
much tense. Like that was a subliminal out
He'll
there for
put a
somebody.
hit out.
Yeah,
He'll put a hit
did.
on Biden.
That's what it sounded like. He was put a hit on somebody.
But listen, he lost. And so
I don't think he's ever lost anything in his life.
Yeah, he has.
Nothing that meant so much. This gives him the most power he's ever had. And let's not forget, he's a narcissist, and he loves the power. This is the most powerful position he can possibly be in.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to lose it.
At this point in time, he threw that all away. He threw his him being legitimate, like a legitimate president. He threw that out the window.
He lost it this year. I mean, he lost it this year.
The first year kind of detailed how he was going to be, and that's how it played out. Like he was beefing with fucking.
Oh yeah,
North Korea.
Yeah,
he was talking all that shit
North
to North
Korea.
Getting us blown up and shit.
Talking about he's gonna turn North Korea into a parking lot. Like, oh shit.
They were threatening to hit us with nukes and stuff.
It almost got there.
Yeah, remember around that time, like we was like, wow, this about to go down. Like Trump said, and he's fucking with King Jong or whatever his name is.
Yeah, King Jong. Yeah.
Just popping trash to him.
Yo, he was popping mad shit to
was.
Kim Jong Un, yo. Yo, mad shit. Like that was scary, yo.
It was scary.
That shit was scary, dog.
Scary.
They have the power to blow us the fuck up, like.
Nah.
You think they don't have nuclear weapons?
Nah, they can
do.
fuck our allies up. I don't think they can
have nuclear weapons.
They do, but they can't hit us.
What? You think that we'll see them coming?
No, if they do hit us, they can hit the West Coast.
Yeah, but the way Trump had him mad, I don't think he.
Yo, he had them ready to. I thought they were gonna scrap. Like,
it's kind of funny now. It's like. You know how they say black on black crime? Like, this is like white on white crime. Like, all the senators and congressmen, they're like going after each other. And
yeah, they are.
He's a liar and she's a liar and Ted Cruz is a liar. Like, they're all beefing. Yeah, the president beefing with, like, this is crazy, dog. Like,
you're absolutely
really
right.
is.
It is white on white crime.
Yeah, I never seen nothing like this shit, dog.
It's crazy. This is our beloved America.
Trump got everybody turning on everybody because he turns on everybody.
Yes.
Yo, look at this one.
He don't even like Pence no more.
He totally destroyed North Korea.
He did.
Yo.
Yeah. My whole problem was, like, I don't blame him for all the coronavirus deaths. I don't think he handled the Black Lives Matter protests good at all.
No.
But I don't put all the coronavirus deaths on his back. Like, I don't blame him for that. I don't like the way he, like, completely, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a line drawn down the country, and blacks are on one side and whites are on the other. Like, I feel like he completely divided everybody. And it wasn't like that under Obama.
No, it wasn't. And he has no companionship. Like, we
at all.
Black people that died.
He never mentioned it at all.
Families and nothing. He never mentioned it, but he can rant and riff about stupid stuff, Hillary and
he didn't say nothing about Ahmaud Arbery. He didn't say nothing about
No, he was
Brooks.
for the cops. He was for the cops.
He barely mentioned George Floyd. He barely mentioned and that was a earth-shaking protest.
He was for the police. Like, we may have a bad apple in there, but for the most part, the police are good. Look at the guy who was at Kyle Rittenhouse. that shot up the vigilante who was killing people. Trump was on his side. Like, if he didn't do that, he would be dead right now. There was a mob attacking him.
Yep.
The mob was attacking him because he was shooting people in the parking lot.
Well, that's what he did. That's what he did to get everybody to turn on each other. You know?
Yeah, and it worked. It's working. Like, there's so many, like, white Nazi supremacists out there right now, and they're comfortable in stating the fact that they're racist, and they don't care because the president feels comfortable stating it. So they're out in the open with it. Whereas before, they at least hid it.
Yeah. They wouldn't say it. They wouldn't dare.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you know, you see KKK on their vehicles.
Yeah, basically.
You see their numbers.
Basically. Pretty much.
KKK clan number 35.
Pretty much.
They all out here.
Yeah,
they are out here, dog. What happened to that guy that was in Franklinville that was kneeling on Jake's neck? You know what I mean? Did he lose his job?
Oh shit! I think he did. I heard he got fired. Yeah, that was kneeling on Jake's neck.
Wait, who's these people going
Remember
crazy?
The guy from Franklinville? It was the parade, the Black Lives Matter parade. He was off to the side with his Trump poster, making fun of the whole George Floyd thing, kneeling on somebody's neck.
Oh yeah. He got fired from his job and shit because somebody recognized him on Facebook.
Oh, they posted all over Facebook. Like, look at this motherfucker making fun of this. Like, it's a funny thing.
He said kneel to Jake's neck. Yo.
Like, when you ever see some shit like that, dog? Like,
I know.
Like, yo.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. And they used to hide it. Now they feel comfortable, like, out in the open with it.
Yeah.
They want to argue. They want to argue with you about it. Oh, this, that, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like beating a dead horse.
Mhm. That's my main problem with Trump. Like, I don't care about anything else he did. He didn't handle the protest good, and he divided the country. Like, that was exactly my biggest issue.
That's exactly what he did. I wouldn't say he was a bad president, the worst president. I say George W. Bush was the worst president, but I got kicked back for that. But I still think so.
Well, yeah, that's because Bev thinks that he blames him for the whole.
She blames him for everything.
It's his fault.
I mean, I don't know how one president's going to save everybody from coronavirus. Like,
well, we'll see, because Joe Biden's about to take over, and coronavirus is still going.
Yeah,
it's not going anywhere. So I guarantee it's not going to disappear as soon as Joe Biden gets in office. But they're not going to be putting those deaths on his back, though.
Seems like
well,
put him on Trump's tab.
The George Bush thing was different, though. Our security was breached with him.
Well, we were in like a massive. He like sent us to war.
Yeah.
Like, was it? Or we were bad. Like, our economy was horrible.
It was like we were like borderline of depression.
Yeah,
dog.
depression. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were in bad shape.
Praises Trump because they're like, the jobs are up, the unemployment rate was down, the welfare rate was down. Okay, well, now it's back up again. This is the whole coronavirus.
Now it's because of coronavirus, not because of Donald.
Yeah, now it's back up again.
Oh, well, snooze, you lose. This is on you, Holmes. You overdid it, Holmes.
I wonder what he got planned before he leaves.
He's got something planned.
I know something's coming, bro.
Something's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm going to leave peacefully. No, he's not. And if he does leave peacefully on the 20th, then it's the 19th that he's going to start a revolution. There's people out there at the Capitol building. They're like, this is the revolution.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He might have some fucking country, some states secede from the Union and shit. Like,
yeah, as they say.
We are no longer a part of the United States.
Yeah.
We wish to be a part of the United States
want
of Donald Trump.
Yeah, we want Donald Trump as our president.
The United States of Donald Trump.
The North and the
and
South.
And it's like, oh shit, and fucking first one to do it, just like back in the day would be like the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Boom. Carolina,
Virginia,
and Tennessee, and Mississippi, and New Orleans. Nah, I mean
all
not
the
New
racist
Orleans.
states. There.
All them states down there, man, and
The
then all
South.
the shit out west too, Texas, all that shit. They're like, we're the United States of Donald Trump. He's our president. No, so and then Joe Biden runs the fucking East Coast, West Coast, Florida, and Michigan.
And Donald Trump runs the rest.
Donald Trump runs the rest.
Yeah, he won't try. Who knows, man? I'm sure this man has something planned.
Something's not right.
He's got something planned. And you know what? All his followers keep saying the same. Everyone keeps saying the same thing. If you look on Facebook and YouTube and all this stuff, they're like, "This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning." So
yeah,
we'll see.
They're in secret chat rooms talking about the next move.
That's what I said. I'm like, because if Donald Trump put this out on Twitter on January 2nd, sending everybody to the Capitol building, he actually told people to go to the Capitol building on January 2nd. How come we didn't hear about it? I guess we're not part of Trump's fan page. We're not on his let's overthrow Joe Biden fan page.
Oh, that's Mike. I'm gonna get Mike to call in.
Yeah, we're not part of that secret chat room. I told Jeff that when we were watching. I'm like, yo, I guarantee Donald Trump's got somebody out there's phone number because everybody's like, we're calling Donald Trump and he's not answering. I'm like, he took all the phones off the hook in the White House. What do you mean? He's watching the news laughing. He knew this is coming. He's got somebody out there on speed dial like, yeah, bust that window right now. Like, yeah, jump through that window. Steal that podium. Like, telling all these people what to do.
So Donald Trump's using all of them as stunt dummies.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 516-387.
387
1879. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what he did.
516-387-1879.
He's using them all as stunt dummies, sending them all to do his dirty work, and they're stupid enough to do it.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
A couple of them lost their lives.
They believe in his cause so much that they're stupid enough to do it.
I'm going to die for Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yo, I swear to God, a lot of them were out there feeling that way, that they would literally die for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't see no shirts out there like, I would die for Donald.
No, people, what do you mean? Some people did die for this bullshit.
Yeah, they did.
Some people did die for it. Some people did die for it.
What? But this guy, I don't get, what did he think he was going to accomplish by having them storm the Capitol? Did he really think that Mike Pence was going to call his instead of Joe Biden? Did he really think that was going to happen?
Hopefully Mike Pence says what's right.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
If not, these people are going to follow you home. Is that this subliminal message? You better not go home tonight, Mike Pence. Or you too either, Joe Biden.
Oh, shit.
This is a crazy, crazy president. Crazy. I feel like he's like Hitler.
Yeah, he sounds like more and more like a dictator.
Yeah, I feel like he's Hitler, man.
More and more like Hitler. More and more like Hitler. More and more like a dictator.
I think he is a dictator.
Yeah, he's a dictator because he's a business owner.
Yes.
This is how old white men act in every aspect of America.
He's a narcissist.
Entitled. Yeah. They have to do everything you tell them. That's how rich people act. So when they don't get their way, they act like fucking psychopaths because they're not used to not getting their way.
They start throwing a tantrum. This is his tantrum. This is what it is. You didn't pick me. Well, I'm gonna make you pick me because I'm gonna stage a coup.
Like he basically put a fucking a hit on the fucking on his own vice president. And fucking.
I would be shocked if he put one on Joe Biden too.
He wanted his fucking fanatics to go rip fucking Mike Pence apart.
And put him in a noose. He wanted to put him in a noose.
He wanted a hostage. He wanted a hostage situation.
Yes, he did.
Where they're on the news like, all right, we got Nancy Pelosi and fucking
Mike Pence.
Now, if you ever want to see these cocksuckers alive again, you're gonna overturn this election, make Donald Trump the 46th president of the United States.
Elect him for a second term.
Elect him for a second term, or else.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted. And those psychopaths were fucking willing to do it.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Did you see how many people showed up for it?
Crazy. Old women.
Old women, young
bitches.
Old bitches, young bitches, old men, white. They were all white, though. They were all white. I didn't see any person of color out there at all. I didn't see no black person, no brown person, no Chinese, no nothing. They were all white.
That's America, man. That's America, man.
That's why they got into the Capitol House like that.
Yep. They were like, hey, it's Billy. Let him in.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They're like, oh, yeah, well, we're doing our investigations, and we're trying to track down the people that were responsible for it. I'm like, what do you mean? They're all over the internet.
Bragging about it.
I can tell you who they are. Their pictures are right here, but you can't find them?
Crazy.
I know somebody at my job. He said that he visited the Capitol building like 4 years ago. You pay a couple of dollars and they give you a tour. And he said ever since 9/11, the security in the Capitol building is crazy. There's so many like Capitol Police and Secret Service in there. It's not even funny. And he's like, it's awful funny. On the day when this happened, you saw like barely any Secret Service and no Capitol Police. He's like, all federal buildings since 9/11 are overly policed. Everyone. Mm-hmm. But on this day, this building was under policed.
Hold on, let's see what Donald says. Hold on, let's see. I don't want to. Let's see what he says.
Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
The words were just the sort of language that earlier the UN, another UN member state.
The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
We'll have no choice but to totally destroy them. Take them off the map. Blow them into the ocean.
Yo, you hear that shit?
Yeah, he threatened the whole country.
A fucking country of a dictator that's crazy.
He's a crazy dictator. Like,
yo, hold on. Let's listen to that again. Hold on. Let's listen to that again. Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Nations. But if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket.
Hold on, I'm gonna let it go.
I would think he wanted to hit those new codes.
He wanted
to hit those new codes.
And is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
The words were just...
Come on.
Kim Jong-un is on a suicide mission.
Totally destroy.
Do you know what?
He called him Rocket Man, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me listen to it one more time.
An unprecedented threat to annihilate another UN member state.
The United States has great strength and patience. But if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man.
He wanted to hit those new codes. 5764321. Doop. Like, he wanted to turn North Korea into just have them sink into the ocean.
But by doing that, you're attacking China and
South Korea.
Because China, you can't destroy North Korea without destroying South Korea.
Right, they're attacked.
And they're our allies, and we got bases there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then not only that, it's right next to China. There's no way there's not going to be any blowback from China.
Right. You're not going to.
But all right. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me last time, Tone, when I was saying that I feel like Democrats okayed the coronavirus to be released.
Yeah, he was gone.
But everybody was jumping down my neck, like saying I was crazy. And listen.
Somebody released it.
We know who released it, right? Who released the coronavirus, Tone? Who released it?
China.
China, right?
Korea. Yeah, no,
Koreans. China released it. Okay. Now, let's just say, for instance, this was a Muslim country that did it.
Right.
Right.
Let's say Afghanistan released it. What the fuck would be the rhetoric about they have to pay for all these people dead?
Yeah, why are we not declaring an act of war?
Why isn't anybody saying that China has to pay for this?
That was an act of warfare. I mean,
there's no way saying it. Only person I heard say it was Donald Trump. Donald Trump said China has to pay for this fucking coronavirus.
There's no way the way it attacked the whole world at the same time that it wasn't planned. It was planned by somebody.
Somebody deliberately let it go.
Yeah.
I
mean,
if it was just spread naturally on its own,
it was intentionally done.
The flu is a virus, but it didn't. The flu doesn't. Yeah, it'll hit the whole world at the same time, but it doesn't hit millions and hundreds and billions of people at the same time.
Yeah, it was deliberately done. Okay, there's Mike. It was deliberately done.
Now let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You there?
Yeah, I'm doing a radio show.
You think Joe Biden is going to get to the bottom of that, or no?
No, I don't. I have an issue with it because Joe Biden hasn't even mentioned any repercussions for whoever released this coronavirus. He hasn't even mentioned it. Hasn't even said anything about it because I think he wanted it to be released.
He's got dealings with China, like, when I get pregnant.
I'm just saying. That's all I was saying. I'm not sitting here trying to, I'm just saying that I feel like that if there was anybody else that it came from other than China or somebody that we're not afraid of, they're afraid of China.
Yeah.
They're afraid of China. If not, they would be talking big shit, talking about how you're going to pay for all these Americans' deaths.
They're afraid of China, North Korea, Russia.
They're afraid of them.
Trump wasn't, but the government is.
They're afraid of them. Why isn't somebody has to pay for all these people dead from this fucking pandemic that they released. They released it. But nobody's being held accountable for it because they're afraid of China.
Right. What do you want to go to war with China?
No, I don't want to go to war with China. But there's other ways of fucking punishing them. You could fucking not give them your business. We're their biggest fucking
distributor.
We buy more from China than anybody. Everything's made in China from us. For us.
Because it's cheaper.
Just fucking sanction them like, nah, we're not buying from you guys. You guys are fucking
I thought
assholes.
y'all were talking about Doug Pederson.
We are.
We were.
We are. And we want to pick. That was just a second. That was just a little secondary thing. All right.
How you feel about Dougie P getting fired?
Yeah. I want to hear. I can't wait to hear what Mike says.
I think as like an organization, because it's not all Doug. I don't think it is. But as an organization, this could be like a good thing because like the Eagles can find a head coach that fits their whatever fucking philosophy they got. But at the same time, I feel personally it's too early. Like, it's too early to make a big move like that. And I mean, you're kind of put the Eagles organization. They're kind of putting themselves in a situation where they got a habit of firing like good coaches because you don't have like instant success. When there's other teams out there that just go season after season and can't really get shit done. And it's like, I mean, there was a lot of controversy around this season, because like with the quarterback and everything. But I feel like, for him to be fired, a few years after he wins the Super Bowl, I think that's a bit much.
Bro.
The second time? This is like what, the second time maybe that the Eagles, since he's been coaching, or the first time since they didn't make the playoffs?
Second.
He made the playoffs 3 out of 5 times.
It's the second year he didn't make the playoffs. Yeah. And he has a Super Bowl win under his belt. So I think that's like premature. Like that's kind of like jumping the gun.
I think there was a line drawn in the sand. You win with Carson or you can't coach here. And he said, I can't coach. I can't win with Carson.
I mean, I don't know if that's what it was, but either
it has
way,
to
my
be.
whole thing is like,
it has
my
to be.
thing is like, my thing is like Doug Pederson getting rid of it brings about like kind of like a new era, and I'm not like with a bad season like this and quarterback controversy and Wentz and Hurts and all this shit, you know. I think at the end of the day, right, as bad of a season that we had, firing the head, like if it was like a salvageable season, I'd be like pissed. But with the season that we had, like, you know, maybe the Eagles need a fresh new look. Really, like how worse did things get? How worse did things get?
He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it.
I don't think he deserved it. I don't think he deserved it either. But
not for Carson.
No, I don't think he deserved it. But you know what though? Like seriously, as bad as the season that we had, and just the Eagles getting a new coach, you know, like it's a different look, and you know, like it was crazy, man.
The grass is not always greener, man.
Mistake counting on their cards on Carson Wentz. I mean, I know everybody out there is kind of still believing in this guy. Like, yeah, he just needs the right shit around him.
Well, from what I read on the internet, that's Jeffrey Lurie is saying that Carson had one bad year out of 5, and if you look at past quarterbacks like Big Ben and Peyton Manning, they had bad years in their 5th year too. And with a new team and new coaching, Carson's going to bounce right back. That's exactly what he said.
Jeffrey Lurie still believes in Carson Wentz for some reason.
Yes.
It could happen that way.
He definitely still believes in Carson.
I've never seen anybody speak words.
I don't think it'll happen that way, but it could.
I feel like after reading what I just read on the internet, Carson will be the starting quarterback next year. Because I don't think he'll have, if he's on the Eagles, if they do not trade him, he will be the starter. I don't think he'll have it any other way.
It was clearly an issue between Doug Pederson and Carson Wentz, and they just chose Wentz over Pederson.
They're paying him more.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're paying
the Eagles,
more.
The Eagles
they couldn't get out of his contract.
Riding out, they seem content with just riding the whole thing out with Wentz because honestly, that's where they put their cards at. That's where they put their money at, and that's what they want to go with. So it's like, okay. But, you know, I mean, like, what can you do, man? Like, I mean, seriously, the organization, I don't think Doug deserves to get fired.
Not at all, bro. Not at all. Not at all. It's unfair.
But you look at what they did to Andy Reid, like, because he couldn't get a Super Bowl, you know, like, came close, no cigar, it's like, get rid of him. Even though he's winning the division. Even though he's winning championships. At the end of the day, bro, like, the Eagles kind of got a history of that. Andy Reid's probably one of the best coaches in the NFL. But you got rid of him because you couldn't win a Super Bowl. Then you're going to get rid of Doug Pederson. I don't really know, like, all the details. I mean, it's still premature. I mean, they're probably going to have more shit to say about it in the next week or so, but I don't think he deserved to get fired, but
awful.
Like, I don't know, bro. It's
right.
It's crazy. All we can really do is just wait till next season and see what happens.
It's crazy though. Like, fuck that, dog. Carson Wentz is a bum.
It's nuts. If this is all because of Carson Wentz,
it is.
Why Doug's getting fired?
I think so.
If that's the case, man. Like, I don't think Wentz has really shown himself to be the guy that you like fire head coach over, especially Doug Pederson. After he got you a fucking Super Bowl, which seemed like the one thing we couldn't do.
I know. I think it's a mistake. But all right. All right, Tony, you got anything to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a new beginning. It's a new start. That's what we needed. Like I said, man, I wanted Doug to go. I mean, yeah, he won the Super Bowl, but after the Super Bowl year, we've been declining, dog. Like,
yeah,
Foles saved us that next season because Doug's play calling was skeptical then, and his coaching. The season after that, Carson Wentz just fell apart. So I don't know, man. Like, it's like he's too basic. He can't develop new ideas. They had to hire somebody for him for the offense to have new ideas, and they got fired too. So it's like, what the fuck? The whole offense together got fired. You didn't hear about Schwartz getting fired. Schwartz just left.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he resigned, retired. But I don't blame him.
Fuck them.
They didn't have to play
out. Yeah, I'm out.
Fucking on my fucking resume with these fucking
my
scrubs.
reputation,
Yeah.
But there's mad
I'm
things.
not having that shit.
Hell no.
There's mad things the Eagles.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. They
got mad holes.
Yeah.
We don't have no linebackers. I don't know nobody's name.
Offensive line.
We need fucking DBs.
Secondary, it's just horrible.
Linebackers, offensive line, running back, receiver, a quarterback.
You know what? They have good running backs. That's about it.
No, we have a good running back.
I think we need 3 new running backs. Just keep Miles Sanders and get rid of everybody the fuck out.
You know, like Boston Scott?
Boston Scott's okay.
Boston Scott, yeah, but Boston Scott's probably going to come up on. I don't know how long we got Boston Scott for. You know what I'm saying? He's going to want money pretty soon.
True.
Why? He ain't even that good.
True. The Eagles
He's
keep
playing a backup role.
They keep on
Boston
for their
Scott
rookie
could
contract.
start somewhere, dog.
Is the door open?
I don't know. I think running back's one of those positions. You could find a dime and somebody a running back on the practice squad. Running back's not that important, I don't think. With all the other shit they need.
Well, Miles Sanders is they don't know how to maintain Miles Sanders. He seems to hurt every season we had him.
That's true. Deshaun Jackson
the backup, and then after, and when Miles Sanders goes down, we have absolutely no run game. Only person we have is Boston Scott, and that's when he plays the Giants. That's when he has a good game. But other than that, we don't have a run game.
I mean, if you're the Eagles,
only when he plays the Giants, he only has a good game against the Giants.
Zach Ertz is done.
See, I think an offense can be good. You know, half decent when a running game's not there. I mean, you see a lot of the teams that didn't have running games. I remember Green Bay didn't have a running game.
I mean, the Steelers didn't use
Jordan Sparks. Jordan Sparks came out of nowhere. They were running the ball. Then they got what was it, dude? Eddie Lacy. You can not really have that great of a running game, but if you stick with it and you just keep at it, it still opens up the pass, even if the run game's not really going anywhere. But I say foremost, you have to have a passing game. You gotta have a passing game. As soon as you gotta have receivers, you gotta have a line that can pass protect, and you gotta have a quarterback that can get shit done.
Yes.
I mean, I would say that before running back. Personally, I would say that.
True. But Mike, but don't you think Doug was throwing the ball at all the wrong times?
Yeah. I mean, there was plenty of games where it was the running game was there with what we had, and he was pass happy, and it wasn't happening.
Carson wasn't running anymore. They just stopped running Carson, period. He just stopped running.
Carson's not a running threat anymore. So
no, he's not. But he did run a couple times, and he looked good doing it.
The way Carson looks running the ball at this point in time, it's so many fucking no-name quarterbacks that can run the football better than he can.
Yeah, I seen the guy from the Redskins. They just put in. He was running better than Carson.
Yeah, Carson just is like watching him. You don't want to see him running with the ball. Like he's not doing anything. Like he had that going for him at one point, but that shit's done. And you know what I mean? Like I would say
Slow
personally,
motion.
bro. I would say personally, the Eagles they got a lot of shit they got to work on. And I mean, anybody who was talking about the play calling, does anybody even know like who? Did Doug have complete control of the offense? Was he calling the plays?
I think Doug was calling the plays.
Yeah. Doug was calling the plays. We didn't even have a coordinator. They put everything on Doug in the beginning of the year. They said, we're going to fire fucking your two cronies, and you're going to run this shit. And still, your offense came up 31st in the league.
But is that what he wanted,
You gotta go.
Or just kind of was like thrown on his shoulder? Because you all know how it is when you work a job and somebody quits, and all of a sudden their duties become your duties. You didn't really want them, but now you're taking on double the duties because somebody quit. You're doing such a good job at it that they have no intention of hiring somebody for that position. So did Doug actually want to be the play caller, or did they kind of just throw that on him and say, that's what you're doing?
He's the head coach.
Hey, he's the head coach. He's getting paid. He's getting paid.
He could have hired an offensive coordinator.
He's getting paid to run that. Yeah, that's his job title, Ken.
Okay.
That's his job title. That's included in his job. It's not like
okay.
Nobody made him.
Asked him. Yeah, they asked him. Oh yeah, you got to call the plays, this, that, whatever. Yeah.
And this was their first
offensive coordinators.
This was their first season without an offensive coordinator.
No, they had an offensive coordinator. He just didn't call the plays. Doug was calling the plays.
No, they didn't have an offensive coordinator.
Oh, they didn't?
No, I thought he quit.
No.
Oh shit! Wow, I didn't know that.
They fired him last year.
Yeah.
And never rehired him.
Never rehired, and the other guy, and the quarterback coach.
Oh,
wow.
So that's a lot.
That's a whole too much.
To put on one person's shoulder.
Well, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, with everything that's going on with the Eagles organization as a fucking whole, like, having like getting rid of Doug and getting somebody else, it's not necessarily like, oh my God, this is the end. Because, like, everything is so fucked up to begin with.
Right.
It's everything. So, like, a head coach,
I think,
a new look, that might be what the Eagles need. You know, it's not like some Chip Kelly shit, bro, where, like, dude just comes in and just, like, gets rid of your whole fucking team. You know what I mean? And, like, guts the fuck out of it and does a bunch of retarded shit. Like I don't know, acting like Mark Sanchez is your starting quarterback. Like, it's not like it's, like, some shit like that. I mean, you won't really know what happens till it happens, but I'm just saying, with how fucked up the Eagles organization is as a whole, like, getting rid of Doug is just like, I don't know. It's not really like they got issues, man. Like, we could bounce back from this shit, or we could find ourselves in, like, a nasty rut, like, on some, like, Jaguar shit.
Jets. The Jets.
Number one overall 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I agree with Mike, man. Getting rid of Doug is not really a big drop-off, dog. Like, it's not like we're going to go from 31st ranked offense to fucking
number one.
It's still going to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It can't get no worse.
That's what I'm saying, Tone. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like that is kind of fucked up. They put all that stuff on the man's shoulders. Like you said, it's make it or break it. Put all that shit on his shoulders and like, oh, you couldn't hack it. Time for you to go. You couldn't run the whole team by yourself.
Don't act like you didn't see a lot of questionable plays Doug called where it was like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah. I definitely. It's a lot of questionable plays.
Like, Mark, I told you that shit. Like, sometimes I feel like Doug coaches the Eagles like he's playing fucking Madden.
But see, he
right.
Yeah, he thinks it's a lot of Carson, not Doug, though. He thinks it's Carson, not Doug.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say that, but you know what? As a head coach, especially as a head coach, right? Especially when you're the guy, you know, you're calling plays and everything. I mean, when you have your quarterback, you know what you're working with. It's just like in our season, Mar. Like, you could tell what
Yeah.
True,
You
when
could
Sean
tell
was
what
going to
Scott
be
was
there.
working with. You could tell what Randy was working with. You could tell what Sean was working with.
Yeah. We knew this season. Yeah. When Sean was going to be
you
here.
knew how Sean was going to play. Watching game by game, you knew how Sean was going to play, like where he was at. Like, you know, and as Doug, as a head coach, it's like, if you're trying to do shit and Carson's not the guy that's like really getting what you want done, then you got to start changing shit to make it easier for him. Like, Doug's not out on the field. Doug's not behind center. You know what I'm saying? Like, call plays and make decisions that put Wentz in a better position. It, you know, with the shit, a lot of the plays Doug was calling, it's like you're putting Wentz in a position to look like a fucking failure because you having him do shit that it seems like he can't do.
Yeah.
Thank you, dog. Jeff never really sees that. He just puts it all on him.
He said that he actually might just put that in a very like good way. He's absolutely right with what he said.
Yeah, you got to coach to your quarterback's strength, dog. Like,
I know, but
Doug,
this guy has no strength.
Doug lost all that. Doug lost all his coaches, dog.
Once Carson lost his legs, he had no strength.
I always take it back to the 49ers with Alex Smith. When they didn't really, like, believe in Alex Smith and they had a strong running game with Frank Gore, 49ers would go out there and just, like, throw the ball, like, 12 times a game, but they were still winning. Like, it was a situation where the coach just played to his team's strength. Like, you didn't really believe in Alex Smith throwing the ball, so you didn't have him throwing it that much. Now, if you're Doug Pederson, now it's a situation where you're looking and it's like, well, Hurts is back there. You know what I'm saying? He's not having the same problems Wentz has. Like, what's going on? But it's like, all right, Doug, if Wentz is your guy, that's who you're going with. That's who you're rocking with the whole season. Every time you drop this guy back, you see what's going on. So, like, why not call plays to make it safer on him? Like, and you see, like, stupid shit, too, bro. Like, pass action passes when you're not really running the ball. A lot of it's, like, really, like, why are you doing pass action and you're not running the ball?
And
like, I don't feel like that's
it's
good coach
17.
calling the
Why are
play.
you play action passes?
And then you're going to run, like, a fucking jet sweep on the goal line? Like, stupid shit like that, bro. Doug's had a lot of things that were like, huh? Like, what are you doing?
It's too much for him. Too much coaching
like,
the team.
You know,
that's why they got rid of him.
Help. Maybe Doug needed help. That offensive coordinator was like a thing. He wasn't the guy to be calling the plays, but I feel like it's like, if you're calling the plays, if you're, you know, that's your job, you got to put Wentz in the position. Like, you can't put your quarterback in a position to make him look worse than what he is. I mean, I think
Carson Wentz put himself in.
But you're making him look worse. Having him do shit that he's not capable of doing.
You got to miss Mike's whole analogy. Like,
I got it.
You know how Sean was going to play each game. He kind of knew what his strengths were and what his weaknesses were just by watching it.
Yeah.
Carson was kind of the same. Doug kind of knew what Carson's weaknesses were and what his strengths were from watching them. And same thing with Sean.
Like
he kind of had to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
Marv, you saw Sean throwing the ball deep, right? And every time he did it, it ended badly. At some point, like, wouldn't you be like, yo, Sean, take the underneath?
He did.
You would go tell him.
You
would go tell him. You'd walk up to him at some point and say, yo, Sean, like, the underneath is open. Like, take that. Now, in the NFL-wise, in Doug Pederson's situation, it's like, you're the head coach. No one's coming up to you making choices for you. So it's like, you, just like I said, you'd be able to go to Sean and be like, yo, take the underneath. Doug got to call plays that Carson could do better with. He's got to run the ball more. You know, it's shit that Doug needed to do, because the bottom line was Carson was your guy. You're not, you know how like they bring like a second string quarterback in and they're like, all right, we're not going to deviate from the plan that we had for the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
or they're like, yo, we're just going to keep with the same plan, or you'll see like the teams running different plays because a second string is coming in.
Different quarterback.
Got to do that with his starters. All right, Carson, I'm not going to have you go back 44 fucking times.
Yeah, hell no.
I'm going to run the ball more. I'm gonna have you like. I'm going to give you simple shit that you could do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well,
but
too late now.
You know,
hopefully the new coach does it.
You don't got to throw bombs. You can dink and dunk your way down the field.
He has no bomb.
Phil Rivers did it.
Well,
yeah, but
I would
kept
tell you
trying,
like this, man. My personal opinion, when they get a new coach, right, and if Carson's the guy, you know, Carson's probably more than likely. That's a lot of work, you know, and Carson's probably going to get another head coach fired.
Probably. He probably is.
It's going to boil down to somebody realizing kind of need like that Andy Reid-ish situation, you know, where it's like you have your quarterback that you really believe in. I think Andy Reid fucked himself over with Michael Vick. Michael Vick fell apart, and he, you know, that was like his guy. He didn't give a fuck, and you saw what happened with that. But this like either Carson's going to get on or he's going to get off. He's either going to get on or he's going to get another head coach fired, or somebody's going to have to fucking realize that there's like a bad egg somewhere, and you got to get rid of that shit. Now, is it going to be the head coach? Is it going to be Carson? And, you know, if you were to fucking do something like that, then get rid of the head coach after the fact, and, you know, you're rocking with Carson the whole time, it's really going to look bad on Philly because it's like you're like ruining your team for a quarterback that ain't worth it.
Yes.
Yep. That's a fact. Applaud him. Applaud him. That's a fact. There we go.
But I mean, it depends on, you know, it depends on shit how shit's gonna go, bro. Like with Chip Kelly, for a minute there, I was on board with Chip Kelly. Even after he made all the fucked up changes, I was still on board with him. But it's like
till his fucked up changes didn't work.
Fucking Mark Sanchez. I was done with Chip after Mark Sanchez.
You was after Sam Bradford. After his fucked up moves didn't work.
I didn't respect Mark Sanchez as a quarterback or like a man. Like, and that's the guy. He's man. That's my guy. But I'm saying, like, you know, all we could do is sit back and either watch the Eagles like wind together and, you know, get shit moving, or it's going to just continue to fall back, man. Like it's going to continue to trickle down in like a bad, like, you know, negative effect.
So, Mike, there's been talk about them moving Deuce Staley up as head coach. How do you feel about them moving Deuce Staley up?
I don't know. You know, I don't really know how that shit works with the running backs, but like if Deuce was the guy that controlled what running backs were going into the game, if he was the guy that was doing that, I don't know. Because I've seen a lot of the times where, like, I don't know, I've seen running backs touching the ball like where they shouldn't, and other motherfuckers should have had it. And I don't know if he makes that call or what, but.
And some think they should bring another college coach in, another like Chip Kelly in.
I don't think you need like a great fucking coach. You just need a coach that has common sense and a good team.
And understands
like
the NFL.
First and foremost, you need a really good team. You need like a good. Your organization has to like be able to build a fucking team.
True.
Yep, that's a fact.
True, and they got a long way to go. They need to rebuild this team. I think they need to get rid of Zach Ertz. I know you love him. I think they need to get rid of Deshaun. I think Deshaun needs to go. I think there's a couple other people on the roster that need to go. I think they need to just rebuild.
You've seen teams that had good, you know, good teams that just didn't have the right coach. Like I would say the Rams. The Rams were like a good team for a minute, but just had a bad coach. And then once they got rid of their coach and got a new coach, like things started working out better for him. Like, I think the Eagles need to worry about building a fucking team first.
Yes.
You know, like, they got to draft better. They got to make better choices in the off season. They got to build a fucking team that's worth coaching.
Yeah. You got to have people on the field. Like, half their team was hurt, and they had nobody left.
Like, right now, like, who's on the Eagles team that you just love?
Him, Deshaun Jackson. But like I said, I think it's Deshaun Jackson's time is up. I think they need to let go.
Fuck Deshaun Jackson. Like, he can't stay healthy, so fuck him. He's too old. He's always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't working.
You agree they need to get rid of Deshaun?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get rid of Deshaun. You need to get rid of fucking Jason Peters. I mean,
Zach Ertz.
Yeah, Zach Ertz.
I don't know about Zach Ertz.
Yeah, Zach's
Travis
got to
Kelce.
go. Zach's got to go.
I don't know about Zach, man. Zach's done a lot.
He has done a lot in the past, but I think Zach's time on
you can't downplay Zach. And I mean, Zach Ertz not really getting the ball this season. Look how Carson Wentz played the whole fucking season. How was he going to get the ball? I don't think Zach is done. I don't think it would be a good idea to let Zach go. But you know what I mean, that's just me. I say you follow up, you know. They need receivers, they need fucking linebackers, they need linemen.
So, Mike, what do you think they're drafting?
At least one really good corner. At least one good corner.
Somebody said they're drafting a new quarterback. I don't know. Somebody said they're drafting a new quarterback. I don't know if it's Tone or Mar, but one of them said that they're drafting a new quarterback.
That
right? That they're drafting a quarterback.
I said, would you? I wouldn't be opposed to them drafting another quarterback.
The Tone said that they're drafting a quarterback. Somebody said they're drafting a quarterback.
Oh, we're putting
that seems dumb. If you were to draft a quarterback, if you drafted a quarterback, what would be the point of getting rid of Doug Pederson?
I don't think so. I think they're going to bring Carson
a new
back.
Quarterback.
I think they plan on having Carson be the starter next season. I think they're going to bring the coach in. They're going to blame it on. They're going to get rid of the whole offensive line and the coaching, and they're going to say, all right, we're going to give Carson a whole new offensive line, new coaches, and now he's the starter again. That's what I think they're going to do.
Hey, I mean, the Eagles had a shot or opportunity in there somewhere to be like something, and they just had to make the right choices, and they made all the wrong ones.
Right.
Like, to win the Super Bowl, and after the fact, even if you don't go to the Super Bowl again, or, you know, but at least still be like a strong team, like a playoff team. Like, it was choices that needed to be made, and none of the right ones were made. Like, I don't know. It's like tough. It's really tough, man. You know, we're all sitting. We sat back for like 2 seasons, season after season, really, and just watched our fucking football team fall apart.
I feel like this is just like when Chip Kelly came in and he tore apart the team, and like the Super Bowl bound team, he traded them all little by little. Like, I feel like this is starting right now all over again, all to build a team around Carson.
I mean, we got we got a little high from the Super Bowl win. You know what I mean? I think, I don't know. It's like their organization is falling apart. Firing Doug is going to be good or it's going to be bad. Like, who knows, man? Who knows? I don't think going with Wentz. I don't think going with Wentz is the answer, honestly. But
I agree, but I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to fire everybody else and then try to build a team for wins. Get a new line, get a new coach, and try to give this man everything he could possibly need, and he's still going to fail. That's what I think is going to happen. All right, Mike, so you got Green Bay or you got the Chargers? Is it the Chargers or the Rams?
The pipes are making strange ones.
I don't know.
The Rams or the Chargers?
The Rams.
The Rams. Green Bay or the Rams?
The Ravens are playing the Rams, right?
No, Ravens are playing Buffalo. Green Bay is playing the Rams.
So you're asking me for my picks?
Yep.
All right. What's the first game? I'll tell you my picks.
Green Bay and the Rams. Green Bay versus the Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Oh, you're the only one. We all said Green Bay. All right, then we got the Saints and Tampa Bay.
I don't know.
Pick one. Pick one.
What'd you pick?
Me and Tom picked the Saints. Mar picked Tampa.
I'm gonna go with Tampa too.
All right, then we got Kansas City and the Browns.
Damn. I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Oh, you the same one. Me and Tom picked Kansas City. You and Mar picked the Browns. Buffalo and the Ravens.
Buffalo.
All right. Me, you, and Tone picked Buffalo. Mar picked the Ravens. He picked every option.
Pretty simple. I think it's pretty simple how to shut down the Ravens, man. Like, if you can contain the fucking quarterback from running the
Lamar
ball.
Jackson,
I mean, they
yep.
don't really got shit going. Yeah, if you contain him, if you stop him from running, like, they really don't really – he's, like, saving them with running.
I said that. I'm like, he is the team. He is the whole team pretty much. Like, so if you shut him down, like, they have nothing and nobody.
Like, stop him from running and force him to make a throw.
And they'll lose.
Or just put, like, real serious pressure on his ass. Like, contain the outside and just, like, just crowd the line of scrimmage, man. Just make it hard for him to make him have to throw the ball quick. And he'll panic because he's a running guy. So, like, them kind of quarterbacks, they're in their head with, like, do I run? Do I throw? And a guy like him, like, he's probably going to run first.
Yep. That's what he feels most comfortable with.
Yeah. Just stop him from running the ball. And I think their defense is good enough to do that.
Buffalo, yeah. Buffalo is definitely good enough. All right, anything else you want to add? You want to add anything else to it?
No, I'm good. You got all Mike's picks?
Yeah. He picked the Rams, Tampa. No, fine. You've been sleeping. Picked the Rams, Tampa, Buffalo.
That was my favorite.
Rams, Tampa, Browns, and Buffalo. You don't have to say that.
Yeah, I have. All right, so Mike's got the Rams,
Tampa,
and Buffalo.
Browns, and Buffalo.
Oh, shit, that's the same thing I picked.
Except for you picked the Ravens. He picked Buffalo.
Okay.
And you picked Green Bay. He picked the Rams.
Okay.
Two out of the same.
All right, we'll see. Yo, man. Yo, thanks for calling, Doug. I gotta go. I gotta go to work in the morning.
All right, bro.
All right, bro. All right, hit good.
Kim, please.
See ya.
See you, bye.
All right, so for everybody, subscribe to the channel. blogtalkradio.com/YUN9 space SLIM 1224. If you're listening live, you can call in 516-387-1879. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, YUN9 space SLIM. We also have another channel that's up and coming soon, the Slim and Kim Show. Make sure y'all subscribe to that channel too. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Barbershop Talk Radio. For some money in the Cash App, Barbershop Talk Radio. Buy a T-shirt. BarbershopTalkRadioStore.com. And I think that's about it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Sayonara.